Here's who stood out during the 7th practice of 49ers training camp. Today they practiced on the far field, but I brought my binoculars so I saw almost everything. And yes, I'm proud of my preparation. I executed well. Cornerback Richard Sherman. He intercepted Jimmy Garoppolo for the 2nd practice in a row. This time, Sherman returned the interception for a touchdown. Sherman is the smartest quarterback of all time, and he reads Garoppolo's eyes so well. Anytime Garoppolo stares down a receiver who's running towards Sherman, Sherman jumps the route even if he isn't covering the receiver Garoppolo's throwing to. And this year, Sherman has been playing on both the right and left sides of the defense, so Garoppolo doesn't always know where Sherman will be. Smart adjustment by new 49ers defensive backs coach Tony Oden. Cornerback Emmanuel Moseley. He allowed Brandon Aiyuk to run by him up the sideline. Aiyuk is surprisingly fast, but Moseley recovered and broke up the pass without ever turning his head to locate the football. Impressive. Moseley is a solid cornerback who rarely gives up long catches. He deserves to start. Cornerback Akelo Witherspoon. He finally played well for the first time in training camp. He broke up a pass in the end zone intended for Dante Pettis during one-on-one drills, broke up a deep pass intended for J.J. Nelson during team drills, and intercepted a pass intended for Pettis during a red zone drill. Witherspoon is the most physically gifted cornerback on the 49ers, and ironically the least confident one as well. Today should boost his self-esteem. Nose tackle Solomon Thomas. He beat Laken Tomlinson during one-on-one pass rush drills, something rookie Jawan Kinlaw still hasn't done yet. Thomas beat Tomlinson with a quick move to the inside. Thomas seems to be improving as an interior pass rusher. I still don't know why the 49ers played him at defensive end the first 2 seasons of his career. They stunted his development. Defensive tackle Kevin Gibbons. He tackled running back Jerick McKinnon for a 4-yard loss during team drills. Gibbons is just as good, if not better, than Thomas. The 49ers won't talk about Gibbons because they don't want other teams to know about him. But they also probably won't let him go because he's too good. Guard Colton McKivitz. He beat Jawan Kinlaw both times they faced each other during one-on-ones and knocked Kinlaw to the ground during the 2nd rep. With Daniel Brunskill playing center, McKivitz clearly is the 2nd best guard on the 49ers after Tomlinson. McKivitz absolutely should start over veteran Tom Compton week 1. Stay tuned for the blow-by-blow of McKivitz's showdown with Kinlaw in the upcoming matchup of the day. Tight end Chase Harrell. He caught a 15-yard pass from Nick Mullins during team drills. Harrell seems to make a nice catch every other practice, as opposed to rookie 6th-round pick Charlie Warner, who has made just 1 catch in team drills through 7 days of camp. Harrell is a far superior receiver than Warner. Wide receiver Kendrick Bourne. He beat Richard Sherman for a 60-yard touchdown catch on the final play of practice. Sherman tried to read Garoppolo's eyes, but misread them and left Bourne all alone, and Bourne ran a great route. His terrific training camp continues. Wide receiver Jawan Jennings. He beat current starting nickelback Jamar Taylor for a 15-yard catch on 3rd and 6, and also caught a touchdown pass from C.J. Beathard in the red zone. Jennings could become a 3rd down specialist and a red zone specialist as a rookie. He excels in both situations. Running back JaMycal Hasty. He had the longest run of the morning, a 25-yard gain around the left end. He also scored a touchdown in the red zone while running a draw. Hasty is surprisingly muscular and strong for such a small scat back. I predict he'll make the 53-man roster eventually. Running back Salvon Ahmed. He caught a touchdown pass in the red zone. Ahmed hasn't shown much yet as a runner, but he's a dangerous receiver running crossing routes and deep routes. I also think he will make the 53-man roster one day. Quarterback Jimmy Garoppolo. He reverted to Bad Jimmy for the 2nd practice in a row. Both times, Bad Jimmy lined up under center, turned his back to the defense to carry out a play fake, spun back around to find his receiver, stared him down, sailed the pass, and hit Richard Sherman in the breadbasket. Garoppolo is so much more comfortable in the shotgun. When he's under center and turns his back to the defense, he often telegraphs his throws. Bad habit from Bad Jimmy, who has overstayed his welcome at training camp. Time for Good Jimmy to return. Free safety Jimmy Ward. He dropped an easy interception from Garoppolo in the end zone. Ward is a solid player and a good tackler, but doesn't make enough plays for the money the 49ers pay him. Catch the ball, Jimmie. Strong safety Jaquiski Tartt. He dropped an easy pick for the second day in a row. Why do the 49ers safeties have butterfingers? Catch the freaking ball, Jaquiski. Cornerback Jason Verrett. He gave up a 15-yard catch to Tavon Austin during team drills. Austin ran a deep comeback route, and Verrett couldn't stop quickly enough to defend it. The 49ers want Verrett to play because he was good in man-to-man coverage a few years ago, and they seem to want to play a little more man-to-man coverage than last year. But so far in camp, he's not fast enough to defend the deep routes and not quick enough to defend the curls and comebacks. He's not the same player he was 4 years ago. Moseley has outplayed him every day. Nose tackle DJ Jones. He missed his second practice in a row with a concussion, according to the 49ers. They initially feared Jones injured his shoulder, but learned it was his head after putting him through tests. Jones is now in the concussion protocol. He should be healthy for week 1. Defensive end Nick Bosa. He sat out practice after leaving Friday's session early. The 49ers said Saturday was a maintenance day, whatever that means. For what it's worth, the injury doesn't seem serious to me. Bosa watched the entire practice from the sideline and didn't seem in pain. Still, let's see if he practices Sunday. Center Daniel Brunskill. Javon Kinlaw forklifted him 8 yards backward into the quarterback's lap during one-on-one pass rush drills. I feel bad for Brunskill. He prepared all offseason to play guard, and now he's the starting center. Ben Garland's ankle better heal quick before week 1 because Brunskill isn't ready to start at center. Center Hroniss Grasu. He snapped a one-hopper to quarterback Nick Mullins during team drills. Center currently is the weakest position on the 49ers. They don't have a healthy, legit center on the roster. They should probably get one. Tight end Ross Dwelley. He sat out practice with a foot injury. No word from the 49ers on how severe the injury is. Stay tuned. Tight end Jordan Reed. He still hasn't practiced in training camp and won't practice tomorrow either, according to head coach Kyle Shanahan. Reed might start practicing on Tuesday, but might not. The 49ers won't say. It seems questionable whether Reed will make the 53-man roster. He hasn't done anything to earn a spot yet. Head coach Kyle Shanahan. He led a red zone drill for the second time in camp, and through 2 red zone drills, Shanahan has called just 1 pass for George Kittle, probably just to spite me. The 49ers need to do a better job of getting Kittle the ball in the end zone, not just in the middle of the field. How can they improve his red zone production if they don't even practice getting him the ball past the goal line? Get the ball to your best player, Kyle.